Leo, well, what can I say, Sarah, Sassy, Sarah, Steve, Sass, S? Well, what do I say about S and M? Emily, Melissa, Maria, Michael, Jackson, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, John. But like, oh dear, what can I say? It's like, oh, okay, what can I say? Say my name. Something to do with say my name, bitch. I mean, what's that? Someone being spanked? Oh, banking on a lot of money. Sorry, before we get into this, Leo, this is your channeled messages and also your tarot card reading. For people that don't know anything about channeling, you're probably just going to leave a very shit narky comment and I just can't help that. So I do a load of channeling messages and then we look into your tarot. This is for the year of 2022. We'll see what Spirit has to say, see what comes out in the end and what comes out at the end of it. Jim, Morrison, Jim, Jalen, Justin, Jackie, all the J's. Also, same-sex relationship is also here, okay? But what can I say? Say what you want, but don't leave me with no direction. Something to do around Virgo. And don't leave me, Lee, or don't leave me, Eileen. Come on, Eileen. Oh, I swear on Eileen, it's the moment. So come on, Eileen. So Eileen, or Ely, someone from Ely. Or Eli, or something like the name Eli, or Elijah, okay, or Lee. But like, don't leave me with no direction. What direction do I take now? To Libra could well be here. And what do I say? Like, I'm trying to think of what I could say, because I don't want you to leave me with no direction. So I need to talk to you, but I'm trying to contemplate on what to say. Now, you can get very mixed up in this reading because you are what I class as a John Malkovich, which is 8s. Okay, so it relate to an Aquarian. It would relate to, obviously, yourselves of Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, North Node, your parents, if they're all got 8s in their places as well. Place. So when I say place, you say fish. So you're dealing with a 3, a Pisces for a lot of you. Okay, so when I say place, what I mean is a fish, place, haddock, cod, haddock, place, fish. And you say fish. So you might be go fishing, so your partner might fish a lot, or you might be going on Plenty of Fish or something on a dating website. Some of you might be like myself and you run a website or run a dating website, or you could be dealing with a runner. That would be a 7, so a life path 7, or a Cancerian could be in your chart somewhere and it's involving this. So the name Charlotte, also Charmaine, Carmel, Mel, Melissa, Carmen, shaman, a shaman or something like that. Shaman, I keep hearing shaman. Okay, a shaman. So that's a guide that's like magic mushrooms or magic Mike, but like doing magic mushrooms or some kind of like shaman, and everybody follows this one person and we follow them. So it might be something to do with like you're getting followers or something like that, and you're getting a lot of followers, a lot of attention by someone this year. Okay, so I'm picking up a 6, which would be a Capricorn or Gemini, because in my head I would see a 6 of Wands, and I seem to be getting a hell of a lot of attention, okay, or needing a hell of a lot of attention. So let's slow down just a second here. Logan, something to do with the Wolverine, or Maureen, Wolverine, or the Wolf, or Pussy, Silver's pussy. So Silver's getting more and more pussy, so are you. But I definitely keep hearing S, Steve, Sarah, Silver, Sylvia, also silver spoon. I got a silver spoon on a chain. Someone was a heroin addict here, or died of an overdose, because I'm hearing they died of an overdose. When I used to mix music years ago, there was a song, like he was 19 or something, like he was 19. So you could be dealing with a life path 1, maybe. But like, so that would be the Pisces person that was life path 1. Okay, and like he was only 19 and he died of a heroin overdose or something like that. Because I'm hearing the Pink Floyd reference of, so someone that you may or may have known or something like that as an could be an addict. And I've got a silver spoon on a chain. I got electric lights, I got second sights, I got amazing powers of observation, but that is how I know. Yeah, so something to do, I've got silver on a chain. Right, I've got silver on a chain. So you're dealing with Alice. Who the fuck is Alice or Alison? Okay, but on a chain, Capricorn, life path 6, Capricorn, Gemini people. Man, y'all got a lot of people here again, Leo. You see, this is where a lot of you are going to get really confused. So you really do have to know about my videos that are provided below to you, okay? Because these numbers are going to show you a complete different way of looking at a perspective of tarot. Because when you know it, fuck everything up for you. Okay, so 4, if I say a number, I also mean 4. So you're dealing with someone that was Aries. Okay, but also Scorpio. So Scorpio, life path 4, Aries, all up in this chart also. So like I said, because you're watching an 8 from a Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, North Node, if any of your partners or your or 3 of them or a partner has 8 in their chart anywhere, Venus or Leo or an Aquarian, and they've got that in their chart, this is going to be a perspective of where you would watch it for yourselves, but also them. Me reading it, because I have an Aquarius in Venus, do you know what I'm saying? It gets very, what the fuck is going on, right? So let's see. Silver spoon on a chain. Silver's all up in here. Okay, up in here. It's all up in her. It's getting all up and around it. Is our silver's getting all up and around that hole. Oh, put your finger in me asshole. Someone's fingering someone, or finger blasting, or finger chicken. I don't know. Eating a lot of chicken. So you could be on a diet, like myself, going on a diet this year, and the majority of meat that you'll consume would be chicken, Steve. If you watch the Gemini reading, you'll realise that I pushed everybody aside and give myself a message. That's another one. Steve, you're going to be eating a lot of chicken this year. What do you know? I actually am. So you're going to be doing a lot of chicken. Okay. Or chicken. Like, what happened when the chicken crossed Rhodes Island? Someone from Ireland. So Rhodes, Louisiana, Lucifer, Laura, Capricorn, Louisiana, Pollyann. Polly put the kettle on. Putting the kettle on quite a lot, and you always have friends that pop over and stuff, and you're like, oh, I just popped the kettle on. That'll be my friend Chris. So you got Chris, Christine, Chrissy Ra, Chrissy May, Chris Housing, development, moving. You see Richard Pryor, the name Richard, Rachel Pryor engagement, some sort of engagement that you might be going to or having yourselves, and you might get engaged this year. Okay, get engaged or gadget, and you might be buying a lot of gadgets. You know, oh, I'm just going to buy myself a new gadget. Go fingers, go finger gadget, finger blasting, finger gadgets. I don't know, or is it 2 dragons that like cross and you get your finger caught in it, and you're like, oh my god, I got my fingers caught in it. Like, I've just got my finger right in that pie or that pudding. I don't know. But, like, I don't know. You could be going to band camp, for instance. I don't know. And you could be sticking your wiener in an apple pie. Or you could be from the Big Apple, which would be New York. Okay, the Big Apple could be John Lennon, which would be Apple, the music thing. So you could be into Stephen, could be into music, VSTs, doing a lot of things that year. This year, Steve, you might be really advanced in your music and doing a lot around Angel Radio. If you don't know, you just found the channel. I'm also a music producer, so I also run another channel. It's called Angel Radio. So there are people up in here, obviously, that do VSTs, music, mixing, mastering, music engineer, learning, studying around music, singing, dancing, all that kind of stuff. Making a song and dance of it, like a dance. And he is the Lord of the dance, said he, and I'll lead you all, Lee, wherever you may be, and I'll lead you all, B. The name B, Brian, also here, Brian, which is a Leo, which is here, Brian, and I'll lead you all, dog, taking dogs for a walk all the time. Brian, thank you so much, but you're not watching, but thank you for taking our dog for a walk every single day. And I'll lead you all with the dance, said he, and I'll take you to a dance. Would you dance with the devil in the dark? Yes. Would you dance with me if I was in the dark? I'm in the dark. So you got Virgo energy here, in the dark, in the darkness. Someone's from Australia. Osborne, is born into darkness. What the fuck is that? I was born into darkness. Is there a baby that's going to be born this year, or has been born? Okay, born identity. I'm having an identity crisis. That really could be dealing something to do with Gemini, maybe. I'm having an identity crisis. Okay, midlife crisis. Some of you could be reaching your pinnacle point of your birthday, which meaning that you could have a placement of like Capricorn, Pisces, 6s that still represent, because I still represent the number. It's like 6, which means midlife crisis. Y'all really could be having like a meltdown this year, which means that you might be having a Saturn return. Okay, So yeah, good luck with that one, because I nearly called it quits. I made it. I was part of the 27 Mile High Club, but I actually made mine. Right, but that's where you have like a huge fucking awakening, and you can have a breakdown, meltdown kind of situation, melting it all silver down, melting silver down. So silver, meltdown, silver, you could be having a meltdown or a breakdown this year. Breakdown service, something around a Cancerian, life path 7, and I'm having a breakdown. Some of you might be dealing with anybody that drives quite a lot, or they do cars around breakdown service. I might be needing to have my car service this year. Okay, so this year it might be having something around Cancerians, life path 7s, and cars. See, the representation of messages, if you've been watching them all, I've been getting a few bits of backlash from new people that like, you just speak gobbledygook, but they don't understand channeling. So you're better off with Tyler or someone, I don't know. But no disrespect, just like you're better off with another reader, right? Because it's not how I read. But like Eat, Read, Love, also Sal, Sarah, Sassy, Steve. Okay, so tarot card readers and people. Not saying they're watching, just readings for them. There is something here through the representation of moving. And that's obviously going to be the people that you move with or move for. Because it's going to be something to a Scorpio and Aries. They had moving in their chart as well, Charlotte. But something to around moving as well this year. And it was to do with a van and a caravan, or Haley or van and Virgo energy. Someone up north, okay? Someone up north that lives like Sheffield's, Branston, Pickle, Bradford, all that kind of energy there, okay? But what I'm hearing, so like Sheffield's places, if you're not from the UK, it'll be up north in America. North America, I'm also hearing North America, or North Wales. Man, I keep hearing Welsh as well, the Welsh accent. Billy Agon. But like, yeah, so what was I going to say? Yeah, so the representation of number are kind of really coming through for the readings in this one, meaning that you might think, well, why are you talking about fucking moving? Because the people's numbers are in here with the people that you meet and on your way. Because there's a hell of a lot of energy of moving, okay, in a car, a caravan, kind of like, you know, moving all of my stuff in, or like moving in with somebody, or moving on from somebody, but moving towards another, okay, with a mother, moving away from a mother. They're saying that you might eventually move out from your mother's house, or you move away from your mother or grandmother, or something like that for a lot of you. That's what they're saying for the year, okay. So like it might be my mother's house. Well, this is my friend Chris. Funnily enough, someone else said that my name is Chris and I'm going for the same thing. Okay, Stephen is also going to be doing this maybe this year. But like you know, he lost his mother. Okay, and he's Claire. There's another Claire on here. So that's very bizarre, right? Obviously, because you're probably watching this one as well. So I have a friend called Chris, and I've known him since I was a wee lad. We grew up together, went to school and whatnot. Okay, he's one of my best friends, and he lost his father and his mum and everybody, and it's to do with the assets of the house and stuff that he's going through. But Housey. So I don't like talking about his stuff because he hasn't given me permission to do it, but it's in a lot of your energies, and what it's to do with is this splitting of an asset of a house or a home, and going your separate ways. And like, okay, as soon as we've the division bell, Pink Floyd. As soon as we've divided our assets and gone our separate ways, we can then part ways forever and get on with our life. So it means that if it's a property that's involved, we sell it, we make the money, you have this bit, I have that bit, blah, blah, blah. I go travelling and do things in my car, and I go driving in my car. So the messages so far for the yearlies, for some of them, or the name Lee or Lisa or Laura, but I've been about like living out of a car, or living out of a caravan, or living out of a suitcase, okay? And it's the same representation of that is around this energy of people really wanting to like move, but there's an energy here also of moving on. And as soon as we get this last little piece, excuse me, that's disgusting. It's what happens when you talk all day and you get a lot of messages come through, you talk a lot, and sometimes you'll think, I speak like that, it's because I can't get it out quick enough. Some of you, before I forget it, okay, because it's a message I have to keep here, but like someone's doing sign language as well, I feel, and it sounds like, so it might be catchphrase, but sign language, because I'm picking up a lot of this sign language, someone that could be deaf, okay, or Steph, or Stephanie, or Steve, that's not me, but hopefully not, but like, sounds like, you know, Oh, now I see I've lost it now. Fuck. That's it. A lot to do with like moving and stuff like this, and it's all kind of coming through and merging into this reading about moving, okay, about movement, okay, moving away. That's it. They're saying that as soon as somebody starts to get this one piece of the puzzle finished, then you can move on, which means that I might need to pick stuff up, or I might need to just clarify it first, okay, that because all I'm picking up for the beginning of the year or some part of the year, there is something that is still binding together. Now, that wouldn't be a binding spell. Don't worry about that, you guys. Fucking don't believe in witchcraft. There is something that still binds it together, of like a divorce or a going to court kind of action. They have to go to court. That still binds us together. As soon as it's finished, it's finished. Okay. Something is in the way she moves. I don't need no other lover, 'cause something in the way she moves me. Don't want to leave her now. No, I believe in how. Bow, 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 bow. Wow. So, George Harrison. So someone's called George or Georgina, Tina or Harrison. Harrison Ford. Forshaw. To be sure. Someone from Ireland or someone that's called Forshaw. Okay, to be sure. I just need to be sure first, and as soon as we get this out of the way, I can move in. Okay, Chris, there's a message there for you. You might be having a friend move in with you. Okay, that might be with the terms and agreements that you come to of like keeping a house and having, because man, I don't know if my friend's okay with me talking about this. He should be, because a lot of you are on the same timeline. I can remember comments now. Some of you were thinking about having a friend move onto a piece of land and stuff like that, and it was about moving in a piece of land and having a friend come and stay with me and things like that onto a piece of land and buying it and having a caravan and having a friend there. Well, there's a lot of people that are doing that kind of thing, but I'm picking up messages that are personal for another one. And it might be having a friend come over and visit and stay, and then maybe move into one of the rooms that you can rent out so you don't have to sell it. Okay, so you can stay where you are and you share the rent and the home and the bills and everything else, so it doesn't all just land on one person. Okay, so for a lot of you have got that, and you might be doing a house share or like something this year where it requires you sharing it with another person. So bills. So actually my name keeps coming up because that's my nickname. So Nikki, Black Market. Something to do with the market on the market.com. Something to do around like Bitcoin market.com, running a market, traveling on the market or something. Market stall. You might be selling a load of things on the stall. Stall samples, man. Why do I keep picking up like stall samples, like people that analyse people's shit? Well, that might be me as what I do for work. I analyse people's shit and I try and sort it out for them, but not physical shit, just bullshit, right? But like, see, we could be doing a Taurus or a Sagittarius. But I'm picking up someone that analyses people's blood, or they analyse things of like stool samples, like giving donations of blood and analysing it and putting it under a microscope and blah blah blah, so on and so forth. People that do like science. Weird science. Someone's a model. I'm a model and I'm weird science and I'm weird. Well, I'm weird. But like, or I'm a widow. Some of you could be a widow. Okay, but or a spider. Charlotte's Web, or a widow, or an analyst, or a nurse, and something to do with around like, because weird science was where they made this model out of a computer. Unless you're into like doing things where it's false advertisement of like Photoshop and stuff like this, and photoshopping things and stuff like that. Okay, Photoshop, but that would be like a subscription to something that's very expensive. Photoshop or shop, or you're opening up a shop. But deep, like, or Anna Deep. I keep picking up Anna D, Anna Do, Aga do, push pineapple, shake the tree. So something to do with the pineapple, fruit, juicing, all that kind of stuff. Maybe for a lot of you, juicing. Some of you might be shooting up steroids, I don't know, but like juicing and apples, fresh fruits, stuff like that from a tree. Some of you might be bonsai, and you might be Danielle, Daniel's son, Danny Zuko, Zozo, really? You don't want to fuck with Zozo. Zoe, picking up the name Zoe, killing Zoe. Oh, what the fuck is going on here? Zoe. Anyway, yeah, weird science. Computer. A computer-generated person that was a model that actually fell in love with one of the two boys that were on the computer, but they made it fake. So I have to fake it to make it. Was that an orgasm? Or like I have to fake something to make something? Or is this person fake? I don't know. Or is it just a load of prosthetics? Because that can be fake, where majority of my body is not mine, it's fake. It's kind of like I've had a lot of work done, and like I've got false boobs, and I've got false hits and tips, and God knows what else, and it's all just like, it's me, but it's not me, it's mainly prosthetics. Okay, so, well, women do that, guys don't do that, do they? Do that? Well, if you're gay, I don't know, but like, I keep picking up like someone that's having a hell of a lot of work done on themselves, okay? Having a lot of work done on themselves. Okay, don't worry about work being done on yourself. When it comes down to doing work, and this is the truth, and I don't want to fight against anybody else over this, you can't really do spiritual work unless you're a tarot card reader and stuff like that, but you can't do metaphysical work. Like, meditation is there for a tool to basically just make you feel relaxed. That's what it is. It's a relaxing tool. Okay, but like work is physical work. Like metaphysical work is just metaphysics. It doesn't make any sense. It could be Libra, but that's metaphysical work. It just means that you do that as a living. You do tarot card readings and so on and so forth, and you do it as a living for work, meaning I'm answering the call to my job. Okay, which is physical work because it means putting in time and effort to help people, tarot card readings, giving over messages, and it's exhausting and so on and so forth, and channeling, and that's physical work. Okay, that's metaphysical physical work. But you know, the way that a lot of people get mixed up is when people say, you know, you got to put the work in. Work is physical manual work, which means that if I want to learn how to play a guitar, I've got to pick up the guitar and not just watch it on a screen. I have to physically keep doing it to get better, because you can't get better at anything without practice, and I mean physical practice, right? So when you're learning anything spiritually, you learn spiritually but physically on the job when you're doing it. Okay, so if you're not doing things, that means that you're actually putting work in towards it. So when people say, like, if it's metaphysical work, that means discussion. That means that I am willing to discuss things and give over things to you of personal details and secrets, because I'm learning to trust you, which means that I am putting metaphysical work in to get a physical reaction, to make it into the physical, right? So like metaphysical work, when someone says you got to put the work in, unfortunately you can't stop other people from not wanting to put the work in, but like you can put the work into a person and they end up not receiving it. So you have to learn to give and also take. Is everything in the world is basically equality. So you got to be dealing with like Gemini, Capricorn people, right? Some people in life, they find it very easy to give, but they find it very difficult to receive. I don't know, compliments. I find it very difficult to take a compliment, but like, you know, like I find it very easy to get compliments, but it doesn't mean anything. Or like, I find it very easy to give a load of money to people, but then when it comes to spirit saying, okay, we're going to try and give you something now, but why can't you receive it? If you can't, you say, no, I don't want to receive anything, you'll form a block, and then spirit won't be very fair on you because you're telling spirit no. Don't tell a spirit no. Don't tell a spirit to piss off if you're watching tarot, because you'll get yourself very confused there. Okay, so what they're trying to tell you is that when it comes down to metaphysical work, that means constant reactions and actions. That means that I have to have a reaction to what you're saying, and I have to have an action to back that up as well. That's how you manifest. You can't manifest through loads of thoughts and then you get what you want and then you don't put action in towards the thought. It needs to be, a magician needs to do it all in one, to incorporate the whole lot. Okay, which means that I have an idea, I have a thought, and then when I've got that thought, I'm going to add action towards it to get it, to make it happen. Law of attraction is about what you go towards to make it happen with action. Starts to happen. Okay, so when you look at metaphysical work isn't continuing to fucking fight and scream and shout at one another, because that's you not putting the working of a boundary that you have to have, which is no. It's either yes or no. But if it's yes, no, maybe, no, yeah, yes, then no, then yeah, no, no, yeah, but no, but yeah, but the computer just says no, sweetheart. So y'all keep saying yes and then no, and then yes and then no, and then yes and then no, and then yes and then no. Y'all really not getting anywhere, so someone will have to form a boundary to cut you off to say, well, I'll make up my mind then, right? So what I'm trying to get at, or what Spirit is trying to get at to tell you for your advice section is that when you're putting work in towards something, it's about building up trust, right? It's about building up trust because that's what you have in your head and that's what you've got. You have to be grateful for what you've been dealt in life, okay? Which is a spirit saying, this is the hand that you've been dealt, okay? This is the hand that you've been given. It's the hand of Christ, okay? So, or Chris, this is the hand that you've been dealt. What do you do with the hand that you've been given now, okay? Because it's an opportunity in life. If it's there, you grasp it with both hands. So metaphysically, you have an option, but as an option, you have to also grasp it with straws. So meaning that you have to bring it into fruition, into a relationship to work on it, which means that you have to talk, discuss, open up, be honest, everything else, reveal secrets about one another. That builds up trust, okay? If you've had energies where it's built up that much distrust, then it's a disinformed energy and you need to form a boundary to cut the past off. Okay. I don't know what that's representing for any of you guys, if it means anything, but that's what Spirit is also saying. Have we got any other messages very quickly for Leo or 8s or an Aquarian, but Leo, moving. Again, they keep going back to the energy of moving on, okay? And they keep saying that something to do with around once this is over, then we can move on. Once we've got this cleared up, or the name Claire, but once we've got this all cleared up, we can then there might be a discussion that might be had, and once we've cleared this all up, we can start to move on with our lives, okay? So it could be like a divorce. Once we've been to court and we've got this all cleared up in court, we can then start to move on. Once I've got this out the way, then we can start to move on, okay? And there's an energy of moving. There's a huge energy of like moving in with somebody here, or moving and travelling and visit and getting in a car and a van and a caravan and a plot of land and so on and so forth. That's very big here. Because it could even be moving state or country. Okay, and it could be a complete and a whole new life and a whole new world. Could be dealing with the Pisces there, the world card. Okay, and there's a whole new world and a whole new beginning and a fresh start. But this one is to do with around movement. Like movement to something new, a new person, a new house, new home, new village, new town, new car, van, travelling, new, that's what they're saying. Got a bit of me suave coffee, bruv. Do you want to see me percolator? No, me percolator, bruv. You want to see me percolator? There you go. Bit of suave coffee, bruv. It's got chocolate overtones, this one. I like this one, actually. Is that fattening? Does anybody know out there? If you used to get like... no, it's not expensive. It's quite cheap, really. But you know when you get the packets and you open them up and it's all like... and you put them in a decanter and it says like has chocolate undertones. Does that make it fattening? It doesn't, does it? Because I actually quite like that one. There's another one that I have and it's too strong, man. It's too like... but that one's actually quite nice. It has like this tangy, chocolatey overtone type sort of coffee. But I have black coffee, so I don't put milk with mine. But yeah, anybody out there know whether coffee that says chocolate overtones in it, it's not got chocolate in it, it's just got an undertone, woody taste. Woody Harrelson. Woody or Woody not? Woody or Woody? I mean, is it Woody Pecker or someone got wood all the time? Like Woody would chop wood if a chop wood chop wood chop wood. Chop wood shop. Someone's got a wood shop and they do a lot in a shed with wood, or they're building a shed out of wood or something like that. And a wood shed. Ed, the name Ed, Edwina, Eddie, Edmonds, Berry, St Edmunds, Holly, Holly Berry, Jody and Holly, Briggs. I did speak to you in the last one, Jody. I've got a friend called Jody as well. You'd have to look at the other reading. I think it was Cancerian. Anyway, let's see. So, Leo, that's a bit of weird messaging there for you. What has Leo got coming up in 2022, please, for Leo? 2022 for Leo. Got my eye on the pussy and the thrill of the fight, rising up to the challenge of our rivals. You could have a rival. I've arrived. I am here, right now, right here, right now. Pussy, meow, 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 meow. This is where Silver starts to watch this and his girlfriend comes home and he's like, oh my God, you just read my email. And the door goes, bing bong. Someone's knocking at your door. Someone's ringing your bell. Ring my bell. Ring, ring. Ring-a-ling-a-ling. You're right, John. You got a new motor. John has got to have a Cancerian in his chart or life path 7 somewhere because I keep picking up messages for JDS Tarot or John Darling or JD. But like I keep picking up messages. And as soon as they're in a car, I keep saying about cars. Cars. Stock cars. Like I'm stocking up cars and I'm selling them, buying them, building them, making them. But just interested in cars. Well, that's guys, man. Like my friend Chris. Right into cars. When I go around there, we sit there watching like all the fucking racing and the fucking Formula One and Top Gear. Do you guys get Top Gear? You get Top Gear in the other country, right? Richard, Richard. I keep saying the name Richard or R. But like, anyway, so do with cars. But like, I'm right here, right now. Love of my life, Queen. The love of my life has gone. Really? The love of my life is gone. What's that? Scott? The fastest cake on earth? Scone? Scott? See you fat rabbit. Get all up around it. See? Leo. So you should be in a relate. Well, no, you just walked off. Well, that's it. Just walk off then with a snot. Well, I just came back just to give you something and then I'm leaving. Told you, once we clear this up, then we can just go our separate ways. So some of you might be waiting in order to clear something up with a person or the name Claire. Okay, and as soon as I've cleared it all up, because this is my friend Chris. Claire is a Capricorn placement of Sagittarian as well. Sagittarius, Capricorn, Cusper. Okay, 8. But like, you know, as soon as like we've cleared all of this up, I can now get going. Okay, so some of you, there might be this energy of, as soon as I just clear all of this up and I'm completely, then I can move on with my life. Okay, so some of you, there might be something that needs picking up because the Queen needs to pick something up because she has it in her hand. So it might be anything that is financial, gifts, presents and that kind of stuff, but I need to be able to pick it up, okay, and then once I've picked it all up, then I can get going. So some of you might have left your stuff somewhere and you're like, okay, I just left all of my stuff there in a rush. I didn't realise that I left my toothbrush there or something. Right, and I didn't realise that I left my toothbrush or whatnot and brush it. But I didn't realise that I left my toothbrush and my suitcase and everything there. And then, so can you just bring it over and give me it, or can I come and get it, or can I come and fetch it? And someone might say, well, I don't really want interfering, so I'll get my mother to fetch it, or I'll get my mother to come and bring it over. That's if you guys are not really having anything to do with an ex. There's an asking of, can I pick something up? But someone might say, it's okay, I'll get my mother to come and pick it up, okay? Something like that. That's if you don't want to interact with the person anymore, because there's something in the way. That's what I'm saying. There's something in the way she moves. I don't need no other lover, because something in the way she moves me. I don't want to leave you now. I know I believe in how. Okay. So, Leo for 2022. So a lot of you are on a journey. There you go. So a lot of you, there is movement. There is 100% moving away from this energy. There really is. Because it's moving towards, but it's also moving away. But because you've got John Malkovich's, as I'm telling you, you've got 8 here. Okay. But you've got a woman and then you've got the Fool. But this 8 is moving away from a woman. So it can be a woman or a man. But what I'm saying is, without confusing you, is that someone is leaving one but going towards a fresh brand new start. So I can't 100% tell you that this is going to be the same person. There seems to be a message at the beginning of your year of like this going our separate ways for a brand new fresh start, which means that if there's a new person that is a 0 energy, in my energy I'm going towards the 0. Okay, so I'm going for a fresh start and a brand new energy. Okay, there could be an energy of here, well, I thought we were going to have a fresh brand new start. But if your fresh brand new start includes an energy of where you've been fighting all year, that is not a new start. That is the beginning of the same. Okay. So you will play out a cycle. If you've moved away and you've moved on and you've understood your lessons and you've realised that all I've had to do is realise that I've had to go, that might be because one of you or two of you have decided to go your separate ways and have brand new beginnings elsewhere. Okay, for a lot of you. Because there's someone here at distance. But if there's two people, I'm distancing myself from one and I'm going towards another that is also at distance. Okay, it's like a marathon runner. I've got to run, Forest. Cock, Frost, Forest. Foster children or Frost. Well, I've got to run, Forest. Don't forget, Bubba. Come back, don't forget your stuff. Can you come back and give me my stuff back? Just get it. Let's see. Leo. Leo for 2022. Bam. 8. Oh, there you are. Ooh, shit. So the past is over, I feel, and then there's a new beginning and a fresh start of working on it. It's 2 8s. Could be another Leo, could be another Aquarian. Like it could be an Aquarian somewhere in their chart as well as Leo, and then the other person has Aquarian Leo somewhere in their chart, or an 8 somewhere, or 2 life paths that add up with an 8. So I can never, like when it comes to your readings, I can never give you like a really direct answer of like, fuck. Someone here wants to fuck, right? But they want to work on something. Now, that takes 2, baby. Okay, that takes 2 to work on it. If one doesn't, it's because they want to work on it with another or a mother. But they want to work on it with another. So if this ends up being where they say, like, I don't want to work on this no more and it's over and it's finished, that might be because what they want to work on is distance. They want to work on distancing themselves from the dramatics, from the awakenings, from the fucking meltdowns and from the breakdowns, because there might be another energy in this that is they're saying that no, because I want to work on it with somebody else, because of all the dynamics that's gone on. I need a fresh start, I need a new person, I need a new outlook, I need a new outfit, I need to just fit myself in for something else, not, you know. So some of you might be buying clothes this year, or if you are on a diet and you start to lose weight, that's one of the expensive things. I did that before. I don't mind doing that, that's quite exciting. But like when you start to lose weight, obviously all your clothes don't fit and you have to buy new clothes, and then more new clothes, and then more new clothes. I think I went through that 5 times last time when I was losing weight. I kept, like, as soon as I bought a load of clothes, I started to put them on and realising, fucking hell, give it a week and these ain't fitting either. Like, I need another lot. It's ridiculous. But it's good, in a way, because you know that you're losing weight. That's how I go off it. I don't weigh myself. When I'm on a diet, I don't get on the scales. I just eat really sensibly for as long as I can. And I notice me losing weight by me putting clothes on that weren't fitting, and I noticed that my stomach doesn't hang over as much and my clothes actually start to cover it up. But yeah, it is what it is. That'll go, don't worry. But yeah, some of you, it's going to take money, it's going to take work, it's going to take hard work, but coming together with another is, I feel, for some of you that they want to work on it with you, with or without you. It's either work on it with you or I work on it with you. And tonight, Matthew, I'm going to work on it with you. Or you, or Jim. Hopefully it's not Jim will fix it, because he died. Well, he definitely didn't go inside anyway. Sorry. Yeah, there is something here. I don't know who the fuck it is that someone wants to work on it with. I really can't. Because I think there's this energy of picking stuff up and moving on completely and then working on it with another. Like, I really do. Because some of you could be single here, but it's kind of like you're not. It's kind of like you're not single. Do you know what I mean? There's a Pisces energy here somewhere. Because I keep saying not. Let's see. Leo for 2022. Yeah. So the Knight of Pentacles and the Six of Cups. You go into a relationship here. Could be a new person. That's what I'm saying. One door closes, another door opens. Opportunity. You start to work on things one day at a time. If that's an ex, because some of you could be like Silver and stuff like that. You're in a relationship here and everything's going fine, right? But like, because there's a lot of just like, oh, okay, I'm just popping in, I'm just going to work, and then I'll come home, just going to work, and then I come home, and then you go through all of this. So you're in a relationship, majority of here, and the message is, oh, that's simple. where it might not just seem that exciting, but there's a lot of just like, okay, I'm just going to work. As soon as I get home, I'll contact you. As soon as I get home from work, we can get on with the relationship and talk, and you're in a relationship and you're doing the day-to-day stuff, right? So there's no drama there. But like for a lot of you here, there's this energy of like where if you are single, there is someone there for you because you go into a relationship here. Now, if that isn't with the past, then that's with a new person altogether, and you know, and you're more than likely talking to this person already, and that's where you go into a relationship. Okay, and if it isn't, and you're like, no, I don't want a relationship, and blah blah blah, it's more to do with your family here, just like family stuff, like people that are very close to me, and so on and so forth, and a lot of spending time with family and friends, and a friend of a friend might introduce you to a person if you're single, like a friend of a friend. Like I know a friend and I've got a friend that's single, why don't you talk to the single friend? Okay. I was hearing Fred or Freddy. Freddy's nightmare. You're an absolute fucking nightmare, Tyrone. Some of you could be having dreams about someone and having like slightly disturbing dreams, but that's normally when you're being left, but that's also when you've also been met as well, because when you meet your match, when you've got dark energy inside you, the thing that dark, like when you work on dark energy, that's because a light source enters your dark energy and you mingle it together. Okay, that's what twin flame soulmates do. That's you putting the metaphysical work in, is the fact that the person's energy is inside your energy. They're all up and around it. Okay, so when they're all up inside your auras and your etas and your chakras and everything else, you can start to dream of the person because they're basically coagulating with your energy to heal your dark energy. Okay, transference. They transfer their energy towards yours and you sort it out together, and you work very well if you work with your soulmate twin flame. If you work against them and you've fucked it up so many times, that's obviously karmic, right? So, because you're supposed to support twin flames. If you don't support their job, you don't support their calling, and you don't really like anything about what they really do. The other person, and it ends up really karmic, and proper soulmates are not really supposed to do that. You're supposed to be all for your person, making them the best version of themselves, because you meet your best version. If you meet a version of yourself and you mirror and you glitch and you twitch and you fuck up and you shout and you scream and you argue and you spend years fucking fighting a person over shit, then you're karmically connected to a metamorphosis energy that is codependent, and they get very addicted and codependent on loads of stuff, and then you go through turmoil and shit and karmic energy. Okay, that's more twin flame than like soulmate stuff. But anyway, yeah, you go into a relationship this year, I feel, for a lot of you, it's a main factor about working on it, at least, anyway. Okay, so that's what I've got for you, but don't forget, it could be Life Path 8, Aquarius, or Venus, Aquarius, Leo, 8s, everywhere, okay. So what we're going to do is now we're going to look at the other side. It only goes to the full access bundle, but you get more descriptive energy there because I'm going to do your full spread, the whole table, and clarify them and tell you them what to look out for, what things could be coming up, who these people may be, because I'll clarify them by different energies. And if it gets too busy, I ain't going to be able to give you 100% fact, but don't try to change your future. Go along with the energy. When you rewatch it later on, you think, oh, that ended up being someone new and I didn't realise it was going to be because this happened, that changed my outcome, and now I'm watching it again and realising, shit, that's now I'm watching it for the other person. Because you watch tarot now for what it is that you're going through now. Okay, predictions and future is what you go through the year. So if your life starts to change and you rewatch the year reading, you're like, shit, that's what I'm going through now. Why is that relating to the new person? Because you meet someone of a number. Okay, anyway, so there you go. That's what we've got for you. You can find that link provided below, but it's the full access bundle only. You can reach out for personal readings and so on and so forth. All links are provided below. All videos to explain about things are provided below if you're unsure. Okay, Gary or Tina. Okay, all right. Thanks very much, guys, and I'll see you soon.